to SC Sport News.
Welcome to SC Sport News.
Welcome to SC Sport News. Welcome to SC Sport News. Welcome to SC Sport News.
Welcome to the SC Sport News podcast. I'm the Mulatto Jones.
I'm Jason.
I'm Austin.
Hey, I'm Ricky.
And welcome to our fantasy football breakdown.
Well, I think I'm the first casualty here of the fantasy football injury report.
And already going down.
Kelvin Benjamin going down with an ACL tear, out for the season already. So I had to drop him. He was my bench wide receiver, though, but I had to drop him.
So early on.
Yes, it's horrible preseason. And we're not even in the season yet.
We're going to see a lot of this. I think the season, it's gonna be
No one's going to have their same roster at the end of the season.
Probably not.
But I went out and picked up Allen Robinson, wide receiver out of Jacksonville. Pretty much as a backup, just in case type thing.
You know, you never know. Maybe he'll start
He
the
might,
season hot, or
he could do something where I might bring him into the starting lineup one of these weeks. So
I think that this year there's a lot of the lower level guys that are going to have to step up because of all the moves that have happened in the NFL.
yeah, there's a lot of big names that went to different teams. So you got unproven people in these certain positions that have to fill these roles, and it's going to be a challenge to see if they can do it.
your DeMarco Murray's, your LaShawn McCoy's on different teams, they gotta prove that they're still the player that they were on their previous team.
And that's I picked up Murray. It was a tough split
Yes.
between him and McCoy.
Yep.
But I went into it seeing what production he gave to the Cowboys last year. You can credit that to the O-line of Dallas, but
One of the best.
you don't get all those rushing yards through them. I mean, and some of the work's on your back too.
LaShawn McCoy has already gotten hurt already with a hamstring.
Yeah, he's
injury.
battling a hamstring, so that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the rest of the year if that hinders his performance.
Because then what else you got there? I mean, you got Fred Jackson there still. But
Played
he's
here in Sioux City, by the way.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
our Bandits.
With the Bandits. But I picked up one of the top performing quarterbacks I think is going to shine this year in Andrew Luck, dude. That team is looking phenomenal. I think that's going to be one of the teams to beat in the AFC this year.
Definitely.
I think definitely too. That's going to help him out with the pickup of Frank Gore from San Francisco coming over. I mean, yeah, he's getting up there in age, but he can still perform.
Yeah,
and I think
and
now
Andre
Luck
Johnson.
having a running game to kind of offset the pressure on him, that's going to free him up a lot.
And then you got also Andre Johnson there now too.
Coming out of the Texans.
Yep, coming out of Houston.
And he's never had a QB of
That caliber.
So
Maybe the closest was Matt Schaub, and that was kind of iffy there.
Yeah.
You can't really compare Matt Schaub to Andrew Luck, but look what Andrew Luck's done the last few years.
Already.
In the NFL already, right now, that just adds more weapons. It's going to make Andrew look stronger. Yep, it's just going to make him look stronger. That's going to be one of the teams to watch out for in the AFC. For sure.
Oh, yeah, and they're always a contender,
Mm-hmm.
and now they've just added more pieces to that offense. They're going to be breakout.
So what's a pickup that you guys got in the draft that you think is going to pay dividends for you throughout the season? Who do you have a lot of stock in?
Personally, for me, probably my first round pick, Eddie Lacy out of Green Bay. I think he's going to have 1,000+ rushing yards. I think the whole team is stacked, but with I picked up Jordy Nelson as well. So I think between those two, I'm going to do pretty well with that side of the ball.
Hope he breaks his leg.
So it's all kind of invested in Green Bay having a good offense.
They're predicted at probably the one top teams in the NFC.
Yeah. I think mine's a toss-up between Marshawn Lynch and Big Ben. Somehow Big Ben always puts up huge numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
He
kinda
doesn't.
weird.
He comes under the radar and he just...
There's not that one receiver or running back that you're like, yep, he's going to have 100+ yards every game, but somehow Big Ben's always putting up 300 yards passing. I don't know how he does it.
Big Ben.
And go ahead.
Big Ben, dude. It's either he starts off really bad. They'll start off like 0-3, 0-4, and then towards towards the middle of the beginning, and then towards the end, he just comes out on fire every year. I don't know what it is. Always.
You know what? I think I know the answer, and it comes in the form of Antonio Brown.
Yeah, your first round.
This guy, I think this guy's a beast. I get him every year somehow. He just ends up on my roster. This guy puts up huge numbers, and whether it's throwing the ball,
He can do it all.
Returns, kick returns. He does it
Still,
all. So,
even with all that, he's still a very underrated guy.
Definitely, and I think he's a fantasy still because he can do pretty much any position that involves the football. So, I'm excited about having him. I also picked up Le'Veon Bell, who's suspended. I think
you'll have, once he comes back, it'll be worth the pickup.
Yeah, and there's quite a few players that are suspended that are kind of bigger names.
Some big names.
Antonio Gates.
Yeah, Antonio Gates.
Tom
The whole
Brady.
Tom Brady deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell. There's a lot of big names that aren't going to be there the first 3-4 games of the season.
And that's
It's worth the
It's
pickup,
huge.
though, I think.
Yeah, it's tough to try to pick those guys knowing that they're studs when they play, but at the same time you're kind of losing points because you're putting in people who aren't as
You
productive.
don't want to waste like one of your top picks on someone that's not going to be there the first few games.
For sure.
And then you think, do I hold off and just wait and pick him up, try to pick him up
See if
week
he's still
3,
there.
but then someone else may be thinking the same thing and grab him week 2 and go, oh well.
That was the thing with our draft is early picks of positions that we did.
No.
Quarterback.
So,
wise.
especially
quarterbacks coming like
the Russell Wilson is what got my mind.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
coming that early.
That's
Coming
kind
out
of
of-
early. I wouldn't think he'd be the first quarterback gone.
Yeah.
Especially coming out of Anthony, which again, who's not on set with us, but he started the whole thing, and then everybody from there went after quarterbacks.
And when I seen that, it made me pick up A-Rod.
He seems to
Because
always put big numbers.
Yeah.
The way our draft was set up, I felt like by the time it went down and back,
He wouldn't be there.
he wouldn't be there. So I had to just pull the trigger.
I'll be honest with you, Mulatto. If he wasn't there when I had it, I was gonna.
Yeah. That's how I felt when you had selected Andrew Luck. I was hoping he would have been there, but
I mean, Andrew Luck, man.
He's the
gonna
future.
be that whole Indianapolis team, man. That's the reason why I went with Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
I mean, Jamal Charles is who I went with my second pick, but again, another great down back, but. Andrew Luck is where it's at this year. I'm telling you, the Indianapolis team is going to be the team.
Do we think that we could agree? Is there one team more than the others that looks kind of scary?
Seattle,
On paper?
by far.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
In terms of our fantasy teams.
I mean, I guess you would have to really look at it on who's got everybody on whom. I mean,
I'd say within the NFL here, top teams that kind of look scary on who they have and who everybody drafted. Your Seattle's, your Indy, Green Bay. Those were like the top 3 teams I think of players that were selected from that team.
Yeah. So I mean, it's funny because if those teams fail to live up to the hype, then
a lot of us are going to be screwed.
I think it's spread pretty even from the people that that come from those teams. I think we all have at least 1 or 2 players from those teams. So if they either end up flopping or shining, it's really gonna
big effect.
It's gonna be a big effect on the entire fantasy football league.
Definitely.
Is there any players at all that you guys have that you are underrated that you think will perform huge for?
I got one. I got Mike Wallace, first year in Minnesota, young quarterback, and Teddy Bridgewater, but I really think he's going to have an outstanding year, honestly.
Yeah, I think so. Having that new offense, coming to a new team, and if you have that offense that's set in there, everybody knows that you're the only one trying to learn that. That kind of puts you at a little bit of a disadvantage, but the whole team is learning a new offense.
Yep.
So I think that puts everybody on a level playing field, and he's going to be adjusting with everyone.
I mean, look at what Mike Wallace did back when he was in the Pittsburgh days, and then he went where he was at
Dolphins.
Miami last year. I mean, he knows the the do's and don'ts, obviously, in the NFL. But
that's another player I think is very underrated.
Mike Wallace, yeah.
Mike Wallace and Ryan Tannehill out of Miami.
Yeah.
They're very underrated. That could really shine. I don't know who picked it.
I got it. Did you get it?
Nice.
I got him.
You know, I kind of went. I went with Dallas's running back.
Randall.
Yeah.
Joseph Randall.
Joseph Randall. Only because again, their O-line.
I'm one of the best.
I think he can really achieve in that offense, especially with an experienced quarterback. You got an established O-line, like I said, and then you have threats at the wide receiver position. So I think they're gonna overlook him and maybe give him a chance to shine.
Yeah, definitely. And then going off that, on the flip side, anybody that you would have normally picked, but they changed teams, injuries that have come through the preseason that we didn't pick.
Who did you pick up that you're kind of
iffy about?
There's a couple of bench players that I got that you're kind of wondering on. But most of the guys, I kind of went conservative on the whole thing and didn't really take any risks.
It's good though.
It was hard. There was a couple of them that guys that you're looking at. It's like I don't know. I stayed real conservative.
I took a couple risks. I think I took a rookie running back. He's on my bench, Melvin Gordon out of San Diego. He could be one of the best running backs this year out of the rookies, but
and I actually stole a running back from you, I believe.
Yeah, Ty Gurley out my Rams. Yeah,
I think
another rookie running back.
Yeah, so that'd be a good payout if he does well.
There's a lot of running backs this year that are kind of, everybody's looking to see if they're going to shine or it's going to do or die for a lot of them. I would say if I had to pick one of mine would be one of my running backs, Mark Ingram out of New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple running backs there. You don't know who's going to be that big starter.
Yeah, because especially with C.J. Spiller now in New Orleans.
I actually have him as well.
Yeah.
To get him off.
Yeah.
Goes back to the whole Detroit thing. Who's going to start there?
Yeah, it's tough.
Because Reggie
Bush ain't.
Yeah,
he's gone.
Sanford, that's what I meant. San Francisco. Out of you got Carlos Hyde there, which is in like his third or fourth year, something like that. Now you got Reggie Bush there. Mm-hmm. Who's going to start there?
I still think Hyde's going to have that starting job. I think it's his job to lose after the way he performs, kind of towards the end, as it kind of seemed how Gore was on his way out. But I think it's his job to lose.
I'm really debating on picking up and just having a bunch of Michigan players. Denard Robinson was someone who I just wanted to pick up just because I freaking love that cat. But I feel confident in my picks. I think you guys all feel the same way.
I feel pretty confident in my starters. A few bench players. I don't know, especially Cam Newton going back to the whole Carolina Panther, Kelvin Benjamin. With him gone, you don't really have anybody to pass it to.
Yeah. You can pass to Greg Olsen because I have him too.
Yeah. I was thinking if I should keep him or go free agency again, pick someone different at quarterback because you got Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers are still in the free agency.
Maybe there's a trade you can pull off.
Yeah, I don't know.
I honestly, I think this is going to be the best fantasy I've had in a while since we've started doing this 4 or 5 years ago.
Until it starts.
Yeah, until halfway through the season, our teams we're 4-7.
So are there any bets on the table? Is there anything
we gotta do something?
Even if we gotta do something.
Someone who gets in last place has to do something.
Last place?
Yeah, last place has to do something embarrassing or something.
You know what? Let's leave it up to the SC Sports fans.
Yeah.
Please, guys, give us your feedback on what it is you think the punishment should be for losing last place in the fantasy football draft.
this could get interesting.
It could get really bad.
Especially a bunch of our friends out on Facebook that know.
So we'll see.
Just post comments, guys. Come
We're
on,
starting to
what
get a
is
lot
your
of followers
feedback?
on Twitter too.
Yes.
That we're starting to branch out. With getting a lot of people and a lot of followers off. New ones that we're looking at.
So
Our views on YouTube are crazy.
Over 800 on the NFL top 10.
We appreciate that a lot.
Almost 900. That's awesome, guys. Keep it up.
yeah, thanks for your feedback. Please share with us your comments, and please be sure to check out our website, ScSportNews.com.
And like our page on Facebook.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Thanks for watching.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Dun, 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 dun.